Hello, my friends. For today's reading, we are starting off with the Shaman Wisdom cards, which means this is most likely a reading for a masculine on the divine path. All right, so we're starting off with 54, Amethyst, and it says 6th chakra, Earth. All right. Let me consult the book here. I am Amethyst. I am the healer stone. I energize stones, crystals, and people by attracting positive forces while repelling and removing negative energies. I am here to tell you to take charge of your own thoughts. Follow visions. Be who you are. Walk your talk. I am the stone of the higher self, new spiritual awakenings, the unlimited power of knowledge through inner journeys and intuitive perceptions. You need to see beyond and look for the best, not the most practical. I am grounding and stabilization that soothes emotions. I am purification. I had purification come up in a recent reading. All right. I think it was my last masculine reading. All right. You guys apparently need to really work on your purification. Let's start with that then. Advice on purification. What or how or anything to clarify this purification issue. Huh, that's weird. 10 of Pentacles and the Sun. Page of Cups. Two of Pentacles. Justice. And a Page of Wands. You have been in a very established situation, and you were happy there, or at least you thought you were, but still you had romantic dreams. Dreams of something more, dreams of love and passion. But you were very change resistant. And that has led to a need for accountability, a need to take responsibility for your change resistance. Perhaps. Your change resistance has caused some mourning, some loss. And you are starting to have some clarity. We have two cards of clarity here coming. Ace of Swords and Seven of Cups. Well, Seven of Cups in reverse is the beginnings of clarity. The Ace of Swords in reverse is confusion, as opposed to the clarity that it represents when it's upright. So you have been very confused. But maybe, perhaps, you're beginning to see that all the choices you thought you had aren't real in some way. They aren't what you thought they were, or they have impacts that you were not expecting, that you did not plan for or take into account. Let's see what else we need to know here. How about some clarification on the Justice card? What is this Justice card about? Oh no. The Nine of Wands. The Knight of Wands. And the Ten of Swords. Okay. Nine of Wands, you felt sorry for yourself. I don't think you appreciated your situation and all that you had. And Knight of Wands is unreliable. Passionate, yes. But it's, it's not grounded. And especially with the Ten of Swords in reverse, something came to an end and you deeply regret that and you want to fix it. You want to make it right. It's on the Justice card, so there is some justice that is needed in this situation that apparently you created with your Knight of Wands behavior. But it seems you are reflecting on your very immature behavior. Lots of enthusiasm and diligence, at least at one time. But now you seem to be more the Page of Wands than the Knight of Wands. Or perhaps that's what you are thinking. That you are thinking that you are very immature. Oh my goodness. They came out together. The Magician and the Emperor. And my chimes just dinged without any effort from me. So pay attention. The Magician and the Emperor. This appears to be your goal, or at least where your focus should be. The Magician is the spiritual aspects of the Divine Masculine. The Emperor represents the material aspects of the Divine Masculine. The spiritual aspects of the Divine Masculine are about learning to work with the universal forces. They are about self-mastery and manifestation, also communication. In the reverse, it can be about manipulation. I don't think it matters whether these two cards are in the reverse or the upright in this case, because the message is that you need to work on all of these things. The Emperor is the physical Divine Masculine who rules by example, not through force. The Emperor does not carry a weapon. The Emperor is consistent, wise, fair, responsible, disciplined. So the ideal ruler, because of his good qualities, his consistency, his discipline, his order, his responsibility, not out of force or fear, not tyrannical at all, but someone that everybody respects and looks up to. And this is what the divine journey is for the masculines. Also, well, everyone actually. Whether you are masculine, male or female, you have masculine and feminine qualities within you, or aspects to your personality, the anima or the animus, as Jung would say. And both need to become fully developed. In particular, males tend to have to work on the masculine more, and females tend to have to work on the feminine more, but we all have to embody all of them, or ideally we should all embody all of them. But the fact that they came out in this reading like this is, it suggests that yes, you really are a masculine on the divine journey, which is a big deal. It's not easy. I don't know if you had any doubts about that, but it looks like the universe wants you to know that yes, you really are on this divine journey. So you have a lot of work ahead of you. You had a lot of pages come out. So there's a lot of maturing to do in a lot of different areas. I'm not sure I pointed out. I did see a page of Pentacles as well as the Page of Wands and the Page of Cups. I have not seen the Page of Swords. Actually, I'm not seeing a lot of swords here at all. I don't know if you're just not working on that right now, or maybe you don't need to work on that right now. But that is air, intellect, communication, also integrity. So, how about some place to start, because it looks like you have a lot to work on. I have the Wisdom of the Oracle cards, so we'll see if there's something in particular, a suggested starting point for you. 7, to the sea. Interesting. All right, let's see what the Oracle has to say about that. And of course, if the number 7 has significance for you, there it is. Essential meanings: being in flow, returning to source, recognizing how pieces fit together, a natural pattern of events. The Oracle's message: isn't it wonderful when you feel yourself in the flow of life, when events and conditions seem to engage you in a way that is fluid and effortless? This card reminds you that going with the flow is exactly what you need to do right now. Ride the wave of opportunity formed by perfect conditions. Allow trust and faith to guide you forward as you flow like a river into the sea of life. All right. Since you have been change resistant, I think that is extremely good advice for you. And I am going to leave the reading here. And I hope you do find a way to let go and go with the flow. You don't always have to be in control. And whatever your life used to be like, you're supposed to change and grow. That's what life is all about. It's natural and normal, and trying to prevent it will only lead to bad things. Also, if you're on the divine journey, the universe is not going to let you stay still or stay where you are. It's time to change, time to go with the flow. Good luck.